Welcome to part 3 of the session. You just learned about the purpose and teacher moves needed to facilitate a number string. Preparing for a number string routine also involves anticipating student thinking and strategies and identifying the related mathematical concepts, models, and standards. If the goal is to move beyond surface knowledge, the facilitator of learning must deeply understand the relationships, patterns, and generalizations involved in the mathematics being studied. When learning to multiply fractions, students often apply their understanding of multiplying whole numbers. Strings are a valuable way to see the similarities and differences between multiplying whole numbers and fractions. This routine also allows the facilitator to surface and undo possible misunderstandings that often arise. In the next activity, you will anticipate and record student responses to a number string involving fractions of a set. Open the link to the handout and take some time to think through each fraction of a set image. Consider the questions below as you work through each situation. What are the different ways students will access the problem? What mental math strategies will students use? How will they explain their thinking? What patterns, relationships, conjectures, and/or generalizations might students identify or make? When you have finished anticipating the possible ways students may approach this problem, compare your thinking to ours by reviewing the handout, planning and preparing a number string, anticipating and modeling student responses. In this handout, you'll be provided sample student responses, then you'll see an example of what the board base might look like after students share their thinking. The goal of conducting number strings is not to get the correct answer. The goal is in part to help students identify patterns and relationships and craft mathematical conjectures. Students will be able to make conjectures only through repeated exposure to learning experiences like number strings. Review the handout, Possible Conjectures, Planning and Preparing a Number String, to review conjectures that you may hear while conducting number strings. If students struggle with the string offered in this session, begin with a string about doubling. This brings us to the end of the module. For your bridge to practice, you will deepen your knowledge about number strings by listening to a podcast and facilitating a number string in your classroom. Thank you for completing this part of the module. Because the sessions build on each other, we recommend coming back to complete session 3 in 1 to 3 weeks. This will provide you time to engage in the bridge to practice and have that experience fresh in your mind for the next session.